dear friends. Welcome to RPA Tutorials. This is the first of 2 videos on license management in the new Automation Anywhere 10.x control room. In this video we will cover basics of the licensing model and how license allocation happens. At the time this video was created, the latest version of Automation Anywhere is 10.5. Unlike the previous versions, there is just a single license file in 10.x. This license file grants you access to the web-based control room, and includes both development and runtime licenses. Development licenses allow users to create tasks in the Automation Anywhere client application. Runtime licenses are allocated to users who run tasks and, if purchased, IQ bots and MetaBots. In 10.x, license is assigned to a user and gets tied to machine on which it first logs into the Automation Anywhere client application. Let's now see how this happens. Before allocating a license, you need to create a user. In order to create a user, you need to define a role and its associated permissions in the security section of the control room. After role definition, you create a user in the user management section of control room under that role. To learn about roles and user management in detail, subscribe to our channel now. During user creation you can choose to create the user as a licensed user or a non-licensed user. If you create a licensed user, you will have to choose which license you want to allocate to the user, development or runtime. Once you have created the user in the control room and assigned it a license, now go to the client machine where your Automation Anywhere client application is installed. As soon as you log into the client application on this machine using the credentials of the user you created in the control room, the user gets tied to this client machine and creates a mapping in the clients section of the control room. The mapping created in control room is a logical combination of the user credentials you created in the control room, the machine name on which you logged into the Automation Anywhere client application, and the Windows user ID with which you were logged into the client machine. After logging in, the Automation Anywhere client application opens up its development workbench if the license allocated to the user in control room is of development type. Or, it opens the runtime environment if the license allocated is of runtime type. The example that you just saw is in case your control room is non-Active Directory integrated one. In case of Active Directory integrated control room, the user credentials you created could match to the Windows login credentials on the client machine. In such case the logical mapping created in the control room would be a combination of the user credentials and the machine name. This being said, in Active Directory integrated control room, you can also use a user credential being used to log into the client application, which is different from the one used to log into Windows. This will then create a mapping with combination similar to the one in case of non-Active Directory integrated control room. The mappings created in the control room after first login in the client application are labeled as bot creators if the license allocated to the user is of development type. They are labeled as bot runners if the license allocated to the user is of runtime type. Once you have logged into a client machine using a licensed user credentials, you cannot log into another machine using the same user credentials. However, you can log into the same machine using multiple user credentials. This allows for optimization of the client machine by allowing sharing of the same machine among multiple users at different times. Licenses in 10.x are floating at user level. This means you can dynamically allocate it to a different user, allowing use of the same license by multiple users. However, the same license cannot be used by more than one user at the same time. The current licensing model, though meant to tap revenue leakage for Automation Anywhere, it can be problematic if the client machines are hosted in a non-persistent virtual environment. Since the users log into different machines, they would need different license for every user and machine combination, making it commercially infeasible solution. There are still some ways you can optimize use of both licenses and client machines in a large-scale RPA deployment. For a peek into such techniques, subscribe to our channel now. Coming up in second video of this series, is a demonstration of license management in the new Automation Anywhere 10.x control room. This brings us to the end of this video. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on RPA and Automation Anywhere tutorials. Feel free to comment on the video below or email us for any suggestions, feedback or questions.